friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley Morris, the owner and lead tutor at amtutors.com, where we specialize in one-on-one math tutoring for middle school and high school students. And in this video, we're going to start out writing equations of lines. Now for this one, we are going to be given 2 points and then we're going to write the equation. In other videos, we have talked about using slope-intercept form and standard form. And we're going to add a new form in. It's called point slope. And that is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. M is your slope. I have not heard a good reason on why slope is m, but that's what it is. And x1, y1, that's a given point on the line. Now, I only use this method if it is not a graph. If it's a graph, I'm just going to look at the graph. I'm going to get the slope. I'm going to get the y-intercept and plug that into slope-intercept form and go from there. So this is not for graphs. You could do it this way if you wanted, but I don't like it. But here are the steps, and these steps never, ever change. Find the slope. There might be multiple ways you could do this. Get the slope from a formula, the graph, parallel or perpendicular. In this video, we are doing it from 2 points every time. Then you're going to write the equation. And I like to start in point slope form, like I was saying, unless it's from a graph. And then you're going to put the answer in the form required. I'm going to do 3 problems, and I'm going to do it in all 3 forms. These do take a little while, so there's no you try. So if you're feeling good, pause it at any point. All right. Step 1, get the slope. If you have 2 points, you got to use the slope formula. So we're going to go down, up, and then subtract. So my slope is 3. Now plug into point slope. Y minus y1. Ooh, okay, so they give you 2 ordered pairs. It doesn't matter which one you pick. You'll get the same answer for the slope-intercept or standard form. Your point slope will look a little different than mine if you use the other point, but it's still correct. I'm going to use the first one because it's first. Equals m times x minus 3. Just make sure if you're using this ordered pair for y, you used it for x. So sometimes circle it, underline it, that kind of thing. So this is point slope. That is the equation. You could stop there. I'm going to keep going to the other 2 forms. So for slope-intercept, we're going to get the y by itself. So we're going to distribute. And then we're going to add 6 so that the y is all by itself. That is slope-intercept. Now for standard, we've got to get the x and y on the same side. I'm going to come up here to save some space. So let's subtract 3x over to the other side. Negative 3x plus y equals negative 3. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. A, b, and c are not allowed to be decimals or fractions. We're good on that. Depending on your teacher, your school, your book, your state, all that, sometimes a is allowed to be negative, sometimes it's not. I have taught in a couple of different places, and it was always a had to be positive. So some people can stop there, but everywhere that I've seen that I've actually taught from has made it so that it has to be a positive. If a has to be a positive, distribute a -1, and there's your standard form. And there were no fractions and decimals in that one, so that made it a little easier. All right, let's keep going. If you're feeling good, pause it and try this one on your own. But let's do slope first. Always get your slope first. Down, up, and then, that's supposed to be 2. And then subtract. So -1 over 2. Slope is 1/2. Cool. I'm going to use the first ordered pair again because it's first. Y minus y sub 1 comes plus 3 equals m times x minus x sub 1. That's point slope. Let's distribute that so I can go to slope-intercept. Subtract 3. Y equals -1/2 x. Some people like to put the plus 0, especially if they're going to graph it, but you don't need it. So that's slope-intercept. And then for standard, x and y have to be on the same side. Some people want to move the X, some people want to move the Y. It doesn't matter. I'm going to move the X just because that's typically what we do. And I also like that that made the X positive, so I didn't have to worry about multiplying by a -1 everywhere. And that just, ooh, whoopsie, equals 0. Now this one has a fraction. That's a problem. Everywhere that I've taught, fractions are not allowed. So we are going to multiply everything by our least common denominator. So we're going to multiply everything by 2. 2 times 1/2 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. So there's standard. And again, some people are okay with it being a negative. I have taught in 3 different school systems and they all said positive, but I know some people out there say it's fine to be negative. All right, last one. If you're feeling good, pause here. Step 1, get the slope. Anytime you're writing the equation, step 1 is always get the slope. Down, up, and then subtract. Was that -15? All right, that one's kind of funky looking, but let's give it a shot. Y minus 2, I'm using the first one, equals m times x minus -6. All right, this one's going to give me some decimals or fractions. I'm going to leave them fractions. There's point slope. So we are going to distribute -4/15x minus, 4/15 times 6. 3 goes into that twice, 3 goes into that 5, equals 8/5. That's okay, you can say 8/5. And then we're going to add 2 to both sides. And when I add 2, that's 8/5, it's a negative, plus 2. Well, 2 is 2/1. So it becomes 10/5, which is going to give me a 2/5. -4/15x plus 2/5. Ooh, I would not want to graph that one. That would be tricky. Oops, not point slope. That's slope intercept. You can totally graph that. Your graph's just not going to be super duper accurate. You're going to go up to about 1/2 on the y-axis. All right, and now let's put this in standard form. So we need the x and y on the same time. The x and y on the same side. So 4/15x plus y equals 2/5. Now, if that was a negative 4/15, multiply everything by -1. Don't have to worry about that. And now I'm going to multiply everything by 15 to get rid of my fractions. 15 is my least common denominator. 15 times 4/15 is just 4. 15 times 1 is just 15. And 15 times 2/5, 5 goes into that 1 time, 5 goes into that 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6/1. I get just 6. So that's standard. And I don't have any fractions or decimals, so we're good. I hope that was helpful. If you need more practice, please check out my Teacher Pay Teacher store. It has worksheets. They're about $1 each. So download those, practice it, and you'll see my answers are there as well. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, sign up for notifications, all that fun stuff, so you get notified when we have a new video. I hope that helped. I hope you have a great day. Bye.